Marissa, that's just the start.
Yeah, he also plans to temporarily ban most refugees and suspend visas for people in Syria and 6 other countries. And he will cut funding for the so-called sanctuary cities in the U.S. As for building the wall on our southern border, Trump says construction should start within a matter of months. Meanwhile, Republicans are still working on health care reform, and they don't all agree on exactly how to do it. Let's start with Health Secretary nominee Tom Price. President Trump maintains his claim that there was widespread voter fraud during the presidential election. He says 3 to 5 million people voted illegally. To this day, he and his staff have not backed that up with evidence from last year. Well, speaking of voters registered in 2 states, President Trump's senior advisor, Steve Bannon, and his pick to run the Treasury Department, Steven Mnuchin, are both registered to vote in 2 states. The president's daughter, Tiffany Trump, is also registered in 2 states. Now, this doesn't mean that these 3 actually voted more than once in multiple states. That it's just that they registered in 2 different places. Now, the Department of State says it takes voter fraud very seriously, but Florida cannot fully participate in the multi-state cross-checks because of differences in public records laws. And Eric Shawn shows us how the same problem goes beyond Florida. Well, back here in Florida, Governor Rick Scott rolled out his plan for $600 million in tax cuts. He wants a 10-day sales tax holiday for back-to-school shopping, plus a 3-day tax holiday for veterans and a 9-day tax holiday for hurricane supplies. But the biggest part of his plan would give companies a tax break on commercial rent. And that could kick off another wave of protests. Chris O'Connell shows us what to expect. Coming up, we'll look into Sean Spicer's long-running feud with none other than Dippin' Dots and show you how the ice cream company is trying to win him over.
Okay, Marissa, you've got to explain this feud that Sean Spicer, the White House press secretary, has with those delightful, tasty little beads, those frozen nitrogen treats.
Ice cream,
what do you call them?
Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots. That's it. All right.
Yeah, so it started not recently, but a while ago. Let's go to the tweets. The first one he wrote was from, I believe, almost a decade ago. He said, Dippin' Dots is not the ice cream of the future.
Oh, no.
And then he goes on to say, it doesn't end there. I think I've said this before, but Dippin' Dots are not the ice cream of the future. Exactly.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the end of it.
No.
If Dippin' Dots was truly the ice cream of the future, they would have not run out of vanilla CC at Nationals. I'm guessing he was thinking vanilla ice cream at a Nationals game, so he was very sad about it.
Oh, dear. Wait, before we go to the sound, look, I just figured out what happened here. Okay, he had a run-in. He had a traumatic event. It's right here on social media. Bubblegum-flavored Dippin' Dots in the rhino enclosure at the National Zoo. He was traumatized by it, and he just never lived. I just made that up.
No.
All right, what does the company have to say about it? Let's roll the sound.
Yeah.
When we love the satire around the conversation. I mean, having the headlines, Sean Spicer has a feud with Dippin' Dots is like Sean Spicer having a fight with the Easter Bunny. I mean, it's just funny, right?
What does that even mean?
They love the publicity, that's all we know. At least
all right, there is a website, by the way, where you can send Dippin' Dots to Sean Spicer, I discovered. I bet he's getting swamped as we speak. Folks, that's our show. See you tomorrow night. Take care.